evening. Happy Tuesday. This is Card Creating with Jean. My name is Jean Ducro, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I live in McFarland, Wisconsin, which is just south of our state capital. I hope you are having a wonderful evening. My lights are kind of in my eyes here. Flip them over a little bit. See if that helps. I've had a very nice day today. Got to walk in early this morning. Oh, thanks for the hearts. I really appreciate it. And had a nice long visit with my girlfriend at the coffee shop this morning. And had a chance to catch up with her. Kelly, thanks for popping on. And thank you for the hearts. I really appreciate it. So, and this afternoon I spent here in my craft room. So, I was happy to have some time to have some fun with the new things that I've got that are going to be coming out in the online exclusive starting in July. So it was fun to create with those. It's always fun to have new toys to play with. So we are going to make a couple cards tonight using one of the sets. And as I promised, I was going to come up with something for our drawing tonight, since all I did was show and tell the other night for the new products and the cards that I had received from my shoebox exchange from our group. So I made a couple of Christmas cards using one of the new sets. And so you'll get to choose tonight, if you win, one of those cards. So I'm so excited. I can't wait to show them to you. They're really cute. So anyway, tomorrow is another nice day, it looks like, for getting out and taking a walk. And going to have to go over to the church and change out the altar table with new colors for the season. And got somebody that's going to help me with that. I'm glad for that, because it gets to be kind of a lot. I did all of it myself for Pentecost, but I'm going to have help tomorrow for taking some of the Pentecost down and adding some more stuff to it. So anyway, I don't have... I stayed up until 2 o'clock this morning. I had a short night's sleep. I had a hard time rolling out of bed this morning, but I did manage to get up early and take that walk before I met my girlfriend. But stayed up till 2. My husband said he got up in the middle of the night and I still hadn't come to bed yet. And he says, I was scared to go downstairs and check in the craft room. I was scared I was going to find you dead. I said, well, thanks a lot. I said, but that's a good way to go. I would love to pass on when I'm doing some crafts and make me happy. Kind of a morbid thought, but anyway. So I said, well, I was staying up because the new product of the month went live at 1 o'clock this morning. I said, and then I had started another card and I thought, oh shoot, I'm just going to stay up and finish this card. So by the time I crawled into bed, it was after 2 o'clock. I don't have many nights like that, and usually I'm just dragging the next day, but I don't know. I did okay today. I was really surprised. I did have a cup of tea that had some caffeine in it when I was at the coffee shop, so that may have helped keep me going today. But tonight I'll get caught up on sleep. I'll go to bed early. Hi, Rhonda. Thank you for joining and for sharing. I really appreciate it. So I think I'm ready to turn the camera down and we're going to get started, because the first card that I'm going to make has a lot of detail to it and it's going to take a little bit to do. I did all the die cutting, so we're ready with that. And it's just got some coloring and stuff that we're going to be doing with the set. So let's get the camera turned on. I'm not standing. I decided I'm going to sit. And my chair doesn't want to scoot in far enough. I decided I'd sit tonight and see how that goes. I probably should be standing, but we'll see. I mean, if I get if it starts to, my hip starts to pain me, maybe I will stand up, but we'll see. We'll just take it as it goes. So, but I do need to stand up to adjust this so that you are looking at my table. It's been a while since I've had to do it this way. Let me see how far back this goes. Oh, that's good. So long as it doesn't pop down too much. It should be okay. And this is the link to my online store. So if you need to order anything, I would really appreciate any orders that I receive from you guys. And anybody that orders something or that product is $50 or more will get a little something from me in the mail. So I like to make sure I show my store address. So this is the set we're going to do, Fun for Fall. It's such a cute set. I took the cards along and showed them to my girlfriend today, and she goes, "Oh, I have a thing for crows," she says. I'm like, well, okay. So these are some of the die. I think most of the dies are in here. And like I say, I tried to die cut everything to try to make this go a little bit faster. We'll see how it goes. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Might as well get this out because I'm going to need it. I went ahead and cut the corn cobs using the Golden Glow paper. I had done some using Daffodil Delight, but I thought, oh, I think I'm going to try using the newer colors. And I'm going to get out all of the blends that we are possibly going to be using. And I've got a blending brush. Come on. All right, there we go. Got another one in here. Okay. Let me get my sample out here so I can see what I did. And all my little parts and pieces, I should have put them in a little dish, but I didn't. Oh well. Okay, let's see. This is going to be for the sentiment. So we are using some of the DSP from the Nature's Walk set, this one here. I liked the blue, and it went with some of the colors that we're going to be using. So this is actually going to go on here. We're going to score this at this is 8.5 by 5.5. We're going to score it at 4 1/4. All right. And I can, let me just make sure I got this scored well. It's my folder. Okay. Move this aside. I'm going to go ahead and glue the DSP, which is 4 by 5 1/4. We'll glue that to the front so there's one less piece floating around here. Gotta see what I did on the inside of this one. Okay, that's what I thought. I have to grab one of these pieces. Our inside cardstock is 3 by 4 1/4, and that will go in the inside with the sentiment on it. You certainly could add another layer if you wished to this, a white or light and navy or whatever you wanted to do. But I thought I would go simple tonight because the rest of it is going to be a little more detailed. All right, let's start out with this. We are going to actually do some coloring here. Get a piece of paper out here. Okay. We're going to add a little color on the sky. I don't know if there's enough on here. No, there isn't. Okay. We are using Balmy Blue. And I just kind of go down on it lightly. And I'm not trying to fill it in completely because I like it to look like there's little white clouds, puffy clouds in the sky. So I just kind of go zigzag across. Okay. Let that get too far because we're going to use that again. And then I'm going to take the Peaceful Pine, and we're going to do that on the lower half. It does not have to be really heavy. That's probably good enough. Alright, I went ahead and stamped and die cut some of these images here that we're going to use. We've got our little guy here, along with the, oh, come here, hay bale and the 3 crows, and also, oh, and then the wand that has the flower on it. I cut that out too. So I started coloring here just to make it a little bit faster. The hay bale I'm going to do in the Golden Glow. I'm using the dark on that piece that's in the center here, the little lines that holds the bale together, I guess. I'll go with the light on the rest of it. I love this color for fall. It's going to get used a lot, I think. In fact, I went ahead and ordered a package of the paper so that I could do more fall type things. Actually, I'm going to go and just kind of go over it a little bit here on the bottom and part of the way up the side, just to give it a little more shading, like so. Okay, now our bird. We've got light basic black, and I'm using the dark gray granite for the birds. And then I'm coloring the eye and the beak in the Golden Glow. So this is the light, excuse me, dark gray granite. And I'm just going to kind of run over this whole bird's body with that. This feels like I left the cap off, but it was on there. Feels a little on the dry side. I'm to the point where I'm going to have to start picking up a few more blends to replace. I'm just going to add a line on the lower part of the wing and the bottom of the bird for some shading. Go back to this and try to blend it in just a little bit. There. Okay. Then I'm going to go back to the light Golden Glow for the beak and the eye. Okay. That's done. Now, this little wand will do the light Golden Glow for the petals. And I stamped this in pecan pie. And in the center, I'm going to use the dark, crisp cantaloupe, just to give it a little different color. Okay, got that done. Our little guy here, we're going to use petal pink for his face. And then I'm going to take the light bubble bath, and we're going to give him a couple of little cheeks. Pink cheeks. Barely shows, but it adds something. Okay, so we're going to use light strawberry slush for his shirt. So it kind of looks like a faded red shirt. And we'll also color in the patches in the pants with this color. There we go. And, oop, the hat. Put a little color up here, too. Alright. And now I'm going to take the dark strawberry slush, and we're just going to go on the underside of the arm for some shading. And down the side. And over the top of the jean. The bib on the jeans. I'm going to try to... That's good. Okay, let's see, where was that? Right here. And then I think we're going to use Night of Navy. I think I used the dark one. Right here. Thought I had everything out, but I guess not. Yeah, for his little kerchief that's around his neck. We'll see how that dries. If it lightens up enough, I'll leave it. Otherwise, I'm going to use the lightener blending pen to make that just a wee bit lighter. Okay. Pants are going to be balmy blue. So they look a little faded. And I'm not coloring the, what would it be, the buttons, or, I guess, I don't know if that's what they're called on jeans when they're metal. If that's a button. What did I do with that? I left that over. Okay. He's got such a cute little expression on his face, that crooked little smile. There. Hi, Lori. Hi, Carol. Holy cow, Carol. I can't believe that you're on. I hope things went well for you today. I didn't expect to see you on tonight. I'm just going over this a second and third time just to see if I can get this just a little bit darker, because this is the dark balmy blue, and I want to make sure that that shows up just a wee bit darker. Okay, I'm going to take the light Golden Glow, and we're going to go over the hair and the straw. I guess I should say the straw, because the straw is the hair, and then also by his hands and feet, and a little bit up here on the hat. All right, and then I'm going to use light crumb cake on the steak. Like so. All right, hat. Hat we are doing in dark gray granite. Just going to go over the whole thing, but I'm going to color over that little band on the hat with the light black, basic black, excuse me. Yeah, this is acting like it got left open. Oh, forgot this little piece over here. Okay. So we want his little band here darker. And triangle just a little bit there across the front. And I'll go back over it. There. And he's done. And then I'm going to take, there is a stamp that has a little bit of grass on it. We're going to go over that, and then we can assemble this card. So rather than coloring this in, I can actually stamp on here, and it's like the same design as what is underneath. So we have that. Oh, what am I doing? We are going to place him on here. And yeah, I think I'll do some placing before I add more grass. So let me just cover this up for the time being. All right. Let me get that. We need 6 corn cobs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Come on. Well, okay, don't come out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I just put a tiny little dot of glue. I'll show you. Right where the 2 little leaves come together. Like that. We got 2 sets of these. Okay. And when you line them up, you just put them in there so they match up with the lower part. I want to make sure that I've got this the right direction. So just put it on here like so. I can kind of tell which way is front and back, even if I can't tell on the edges. I can tell on here because the back is a little more wrinkly. See? They're perfect. And then I'm just going to add a touch of glue onto this for gluing onto the page. You certainly could use the adhesive paper to do that with, but it's not that bad to put the, come on, I can't get my fingernail underneath that to lift it up. I don't know if you saw on the news tonight that there was a huge amount of hail that came down in Aurora, Colorado. My nephew lives right next to Aurora. And I just wonder, I told my husband, you email them. I want to know whether or not they got hit with it. They had snow plows out and they were plowing up the hail. It didn't look like it was big hail. It was just, I thought it looked like it was soap or ice or something that they were shoveling up. But what a mess. Okay, now we are getting there. And these are a fence. Let's see. I am gonna take just a little bit of gray here, smoky slate, and just put a little towards the bottom. Changes the color just slightly. My sample, I put it on a lot heavier, and I thought, yeah, don't do that next time. Light is better. But just a little bit. Oh, Kelly, thank you. Yeah, I think he's really cute. Okay. So let's get our corn up here. Yeah, grab that and get him out of the way for a second. Okay. We'll add a little glue on the back of our fence. And I will pop up the scarecrow, but everything else I'm going to glue down. Just a tiny bit of glue there. And I'm going to bring this over. I like this fence because it's not exactly even. And you could certainly cut off those tails if you wanted to. But we are going to put the scarecrow in the center here. I'm gonna go in here like so. So it really doesn't matter. All right, now I want to add some grass. This is the time we'll do it. Before we adhere our little guy on there. I'll just put a few here and there. All right. And let's add some dimensionals on the back here. Oh, looks like I need, oh no, thought maybe I had run out of minis. I'm going to put one on each hand here. And one down at the bottom. And then on the big ones, one at the top, one down here, and maybe one in the middle. Okay. And this is one that I made. I didn't put anything on him for embellishments because I felt like, oh, hang on a second. We're gonna put him on there. Oh yeah, that's fine. Make sure that I had enough room. We will put a dimensional on the head of that. And let's see, it's gonna go, I'm gonna put a little touch of glue right where the shirt and the straw meet by his hand. Just to add a little extra stability there. Gotta put it up a little bit higher. Okay. Come here. Let's see. How do we want to do this? I gotta look at my sample. I guess I added a dimensional on the back of this guy. And let's get these guys out here. And they're going to have it come here. My fingers don't want to work tonight, for crying out loud. I feel like I must be off camera. Oh, no. Okay, good. Oh, that one's going to take a small one. I can see that already. Put two small ones on. Okay. Let us see here. Which one did I put? Our guy that's talking. Gonna go right here, and I'll put this guy up here on the fence, and this guy down below here on the ground. Yeah, let's move it down just a little further. There. Okay, now we're going to stamp the sentiment. Oh, I think I put the sentiment back in. Okay. I certainly did. I sure did. I forgot what I was going to do for the sentiments, so let me get them out and put them on a block. We are going to stamp in Night of Navy. If I can get my hands on it. There it is. All right. We are going to put, this is something to crow about. And this is a piece of scrap that is 1/4 of an inch by however long this stamp is. We'll just trim it down. The inside is going to say, "Congratulations, hope your day is wonderful." And that's 2 stamps. There's a congratulations on one. And the hope your day is wonderful on another one. Come on, chair, go in further. Okay. Just it's perfect on there. I like a thin sentiment when I want to just sneak one in someplace. That works well. And then I'm going to cut a tail on the end of this, just to add a little more interest. It's going to go right across here. So now I'm going to need to add, put it on the side, I don't need this, I don't think anymore. I'm going to need a couple of small dimensionals on this piece. And I'm going to actually just put them on here rather than the strip. Okay. And one. Oh, that's a little low. There. That way I've got it aimed right between the little rungs on the fence. And then we can go ahead and add a little glue to the back here where it goes across the body. Just a little bit. And we're going to try to center this. Like so. So it doesn't matter that this little stick from the sunflower stuck out a little bit. When we put the sentiment on there, it holds it back into place. All right, let's put this on the front of the card. I just think he's so stinking cute. I'll tell you, when I was designing this last night, it took a while. When I have to double cut everything so that there's enough for putting together for the live. This is really hard to see if I got this straight. It blends in at the top. Oh my gosh, I think that's so cute. Thank you, you guys. Okay, inside. I have to look at my sample quick. Oh yeah, okay. So we are going to add the sentiment. This could be appropriate for just about anything. And then I'm going to take the pecan pie, and we're going to add a couple of those sunflowers. But I'm not, oh, I put that away too, I think. Good grief. No, I didn't. I think it's in my other box. Hang on. Yep. Okay. But I'm not going to use them tall like that. We're going to make them shorter. So I'm just going to ink up part of it. And we'll just go, let's move over here. And this looks good. Like so. And we'll just color that in quick with our light golden glow and the crisp, that's a light crisp cantaloupe. Oof. And the light. Okay, add a little touch of glue, put it inside the card, and I think what I'm going to do is take the Wink of Stella and add a little Wink of Stella to the flowers. What did I do on mine? Did I do anything? I didn't, but I'm going to. And I think I might just do the center, and that's it. Just to give it a little sparkle. Is that straight? It doesn't look straight. There, that's better. And there's our card. I'll show you. My sample is exactly the same. Ta-da! Okay, we are going to follow that same theme using the same set, and we're going to make a easel card. This time we are going to stamp. Where did my cover go? Here we go. Alright, I can get rid of some of this stuff. Get it out of the way. Okay. Get this out. We're using a different color. We are going to use the soft seafoam. The color ink we're going to use is Old Olive for the, oh, get this out of the way. And this one I do have to do stamping. I thought, okay, we'll do one that's got dies and one that doesn't. That's what we are doing with this one. So if you need a card faster, this would work out well. So we've got 4 1/4 by 11, and we're going to score it at, let's see, 2 3/4. 5 1/2. Golly, does that seem straight? I think so. So there's our easel card. Okay. And I thought, oh, I want to find some really interesting ESP to go on this for the background. And I had to look to see if it was still in stock. It is. It's still being used. So this is the Beautiful Gallery. And I found the piece that has this old olive, and I thought, ooh, I like the way that looked on there. So I cut 2 pieces of cardstock to go on our front piece here. The width is 4, the height is 2 5/8. And I wanted to get this so that it's going to be as close as possible to our fold, top and bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to make sure that I'm putting this on so that it is it this way? Yes, okay, so this one's top, this one's bottom. Sorry, roses. I know I made cards using this. It's nice to use something that I had in my drawer that I could use. So I'm just sliding this right up to the crease. And it's not straight. There, that's better. Okay, and I'll do this one. And we're going to just bring that right down. There. Oh, because that's the other way around. There we go. Oop. Turkey, you moved. Hate when that happens. There. Okay. And then this is going to be, I think, hang on a second. No. This is our inside, which is, I think, 3 by 4 1/4. Yep, 3 by 4 1/4. The outside 2 pieces, we're going to glue this together. This is what's going to have our scene on it. This piece, the soft sea foam, is 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. And this piece is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So it's 1/8 of an inch smaller. And we are going to work with this. And what we're going to start out with is we're going to add a little clouds in the sky. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to get this guy over here just to see how he measures up. It's going over on the side here. Break it down to about here. And I went ahead and colored blue on everything yesterday, and I was still able to color him in and not have to worry about his face looking blue. And I will show you what it looks like here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stamp this, and we're going to use the pecan pie again. I like the softness of it. If you wanted something that was more distinct, you could certainly use the early espresso. That would give you a more distinct lines. I just kind of like the softness. So I'm stamping him over on the side, like so. because this time our guy is going to be carrying the flag, and I needed to have room for the flag, and that's what our sentiment will go on. I'm going to stamp that also in the pecan pie. And then our sentiment, I'm actually going to use Moss and Meadow, I think. I did my original stamped in the Old Olive, and then I'm going to color over it, which kind of covered up. Okay, so they've got a couple of sentiments that are on kind of it's not a straight line, so it follows the curve of the flag, which I think is so cool. And this one says, what does it say? Hey there? Yes, and I need to clean that off. It doesn't look like it's got cleaned well. That's what's so good about having scratch pad next to you. I always make sure that when people come for a party, they always have, there, that looks good. I think that's going to work out okay. Hopefully. The T might be a little light. Nope, it's good. Hey there. H-A-Y. There. Okay. Get these guys out of the way. Alright. And now I'm going to finish adding a little more. I'm going to add some Old Olive on here. Down below, and I can actually put a little more blue in here. I like having dedicated blending brushes for certain colors, because then you don't have to clean them off, number one, and so often they'll be sitting here for weeks, and I'll pick one up and to use it, and there's still colorant in there that I can use to put color on a page that is, that I want to be nice and light. Ooh, let's cover this up. I don't need to have that dry up on me. All right, so now we are going to add the green. Where did I? Here it is. It's right here. So put that in. I think when I started making this card last night at least midnight, that I was thinking that I was going to die cut the figure, and then I thought, let's try not die cutting, and I already had the blue and the green on the page, and I'm like, oh shoot. But it turned out just fine. Okay, let's add some of that grass. Where did my grass go? Grass, where are you? There's that. That's going to go on the inside. Well, doggone it. Where did it go? Oh, I know where it is. Here it is. Put some grass down. We'll do this guy. You certainly could add one of the hay bales or two hay bales. We're going to keep this on the simple side. I was just sitting here thinking, oh, would one of those crows work on his arm? Might not be enough room. No, he's too big. Never mind. Maybe on the other side he would work if he didn't have that on. Okay, let's do a little bit of coloring. Oh, and I'm going to add, actually, we're going to add some leaves on this one. There is a little stamp that has 3 tiny little leaves on it. And we're going to put some leaves on this. Alright, now I'm going to try to add just a couple of leaves in. So I'm just going to ink up like so. And then I'm going to do one. It's nice because they're just separated perfectly. Okay, let's get coloring. I'm going to add the light, I'm going to try the light soft seafoam on the, oops, wrong end, on the flag. Just to give it a little color here. And if there was any blue that was halfway on the little pennant there, that looks much better. I use the dark seafoam on mine and had a hard time seeing the wording, and it probably helped that I added the light seafoam rather than the dark. Okay, let's see. Where did I go with the... My desk is a mess. Is this the seafoam? Yes, okay. And then let's see here. All right. I have to look at how I did this. I did his shirt in the dark seafoam because I thought it would look really cute. And I think it does. This guy is just so stinking cute. And then we're going to do, let's try the light old olive for the, see if that stays dark enough. Sorry. I get amused when I look at these things. I think they're so cute. All right, let's do his jeans here. Do you ever laugh and exclaim over the things that you're creating when you make a card, especially if it's something that's really stinking cute? I can't contain myself, I'm sorry. It's just the way I am. And when I did this one last night, I did laugh out loud. I forgot his patches. We'll go back and grab those. Yeah, turn this around. Shoot. What did we do? Well, hi Michelle, welcome. Glad you could join us. And anybody else that I didn't mention, I should just go down the line and welcome everybody again. I gotta tell you, when you're doing this and you look up and you see somebody's name, it's like, did I say welcome before? I don't remember. It's very easy to get lost on who you've welcomed onto the site. So if I missed you, I'm so sorry. I certainly didn't mean to. Okay, what did I do these in? I did this one in the light. I'm doing the steak here in the light pecan pie. Sorry, I was concentrating so hard on trying to stay in the light I couldn't talk. Okay, now I'm going to take light Cajun Craze. I think that's what I use. Oh, maybe I didn't. No, I didn't. I used the dark crisp cantaloupe for the leaves. And you can see there's blue on here, and it's not a problem. Covers it right up. There was blue on that underneath that leaf. So don't get upset with yourself if you start a card thinking you know what you're going to do, and then you suddenly realize, oh no, I think I should have done this. Don't start over. Give it a shot, give it a try, and see if it will cover. Because I think 9 chances out of 10 it will. Not a problem. I'll just do these quick. So this is the dark crisp cantaloupe that I'm using here. These leaves are so cute. You could do them in all different colors. You could do yellow. The yellow might, well, it might not be too bad, but it might blend just slightly. So it might have just a tint of green to it, but I thought I'd add a little orange for the fall. I gotta get his hat done yet. There! Look at how cute he is. He's looking a little pasty. Let's get some color on his face. This is Petal Pink. And the light bubble bath to give him some cheekies. Now the hat, we are going to do an Old Olive. This is the light Old Olive. And I'm going to go back with it in the dark in just a sec. This is the dark Old Olive. What did I do? Oh, shoot. I really colored this wrong. Well, good thing I started with a light. Okay, I'm just gonna do another coat over the top, above the band, and on the rim there. Oh my gosh, he's so stinking cute. Oh, I gotta get that. That was the light. Oh, that's all right. The light crumb cake. Well, what do you think? Isn't that just the cutest? Okay, now what did I do? I did not put any other sentiment other than the hay there on it. So let's add this on here. Boy, I'm going to have almost all of my blends here that I got to put away. Except I didn't use pinks or purples. And some of it I didn't even take out. Come on. Oh, you turkey. There it is. 1/8 of an inch larger, so it's just a tiny smidge of a border. And what's nice about using a mat on this after we've done the put the blends on is that you don't have to worry about the back then. If we would have just put this directly on here, you would have seen where it seeped through on the other. Okay, and we want to try to get that centered in if possible. So I'm going to kind of line this up, and then I'm going to take my finger and mark where I can actually, how far up I can go. I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal, and we are going to add some glue here, like so. And all right, now the inside. Let's see. I gotta remember what I did on the inside. Okay, So Thankful for You. Do I have that out here? No. Yes. Yes. Okay. And I'm going to put that on a piece of scrap here. This one happens to be 3/4 of an inch, and we're going to trim it off, and that's what is going to be popped up to hold the card open. And we will use the, I'll use the Mossy Meadow again since I used it on the front. Get that put away. All right. And that put away. And let's see. I'm going to do this the right way. Lordy, lordy. I don't have much desk left. There's so much stuff on here. Alrighty. That. And let's see what I did. Oh yeah. Now I know what I did. We are going to take our little flower again. And again, I'm not going to use the whole thing. And we're going to go, there we go. Going to go across the bottom here with flowers. Move this up a little bit. One more. There. And now I have this one. Let's see how good I am at my aim. We're going to add just like so. Wasn't quite down to the bottom. I just flipped it around and used the other end. Okay. Let's get these off here. I'm going to do just a little bit of coloring and finish this card up. Get our light and our dark. Okay. I just think this looks so cute when it's sitting open with all these flowers across the bottom. I feel that this set is so easy to create with. There's so many options. You wouldn't have to have the little guy on there. You could do just the corn and the birds, the crows. You could do a pile of the hay bales. Put a little flag at the top with the sentiment on it. There is just so many options with this set. I think that this one will probably go pretty fast. So if you want it, you'll have to get on the bandwagon and order it right away. It seems like the stuff that's always really cute is what goes fast, right? Okay, I'm just going to glue this in first. I don't need this one. Let's get that put away. Okay. Get that centered, and then we will figure out where that strip is going to go to hold it open. Yep. No problemo. So let's add a couple of dimensionals on the back. Let's make it 3. Why not, right? Okay. It's going to really stay well. Okay. And is this straight? I feel like everything is crooked. Did I do anything around that? You could, if you wanted to, add a little ink around there. And there it is. Isn't it cute? No, it doesn't want to hold there. The weight wants to pull it back. But what a little cutie. Okay, and I didn't even put any embellishments on either of the cards tonight. Oh, let's get in order. But I could. Did I do anything on the leaves? No, I didn't. But I did put some Riccostella on the centers of these. I went ahead and ordered 2 of the pens, the glitter pens. I ordered the golden glow, and the green, Peaceful Pine. So we'll give that a shot when it comes in. I don't know. I just almost think that it doesn't need anything more added to it. There's plenty on both cards. So those are our cards for tonight. Hope you like them. I enjoyed making them with you. And let's do our drawing. Let me get all of these pens off the desk. All right, there we go. And let me show you what you are going to be, your choices are. Get these 2 guys out of the way and put them down below with my stack that I use for drawings. Okay. Are you ready? Let me see. Oh, thanks for the hearts. Here's card number 1. Christmas cheer for all to hear. With those cute little stacked up animals on the inside, sending love and joy this Christmas. That's the one that I was making at 2 o'clock this morning. And here's the other one, using that new paper. And this is that die for the frame that you use and put it through the second time with the silicone mat. I'll bring it up. And I just cut it apart and added it on to make it the focal point stand out even more. And then the inside, sending love and joy this Christmas. But I think these are just the stinking cutest. I'm glad you like them. I know they're so cute. Okay, let's see who's going to be lucky tonight. Let's see. Lori Tibbetts. Shar. You got it. Congratulations, Lori. Which one would you like me to send you? Just let me know. The little Christmas tree with the stacked animals, or do you want the patchwork quilt one? I just think these are so cute. So these are the animals that you get separate here. And then in the set, and then this one is all one stamp. And this would be so easy to fussy cut around here to put it onto something else. And this is that, remember I said last month when the product of the month, this is that vellum that I said, ooh, it would be great with Christmas cards. So there is what it looks like. How do you choose? The quilt one? Okay, I'll send that one to you. I'll put your tag on there. Yes, we will definitely be doing a live using this stamp set. So I expedited my order last night or early this morning. So I am going to be getting that stuff in, well, it's today, and it was mailed out today. So I kind of think it won't be tomorrow, but it'll probably be Thursday that I'll get the order in. So we'll have another show and tell on Sunday night, pardon me. And I'm going to try to make some cards using this Wild Bunch, because I did get that, of course. The reason why I stayed up so late. So that I could get it and get my stuff fast so I can get ready for my next class coming up. So I'll put something together using this, and this is what we'll use for our live next Sunday night. Yeah, it's so cute, and I think this one's going to go fast. I love this little party hat that you can put on each one of them. Gift. And it's just so cute. So very cute. People that love koala bears, that's for them, or the penguins, you betcha. So anyway, but a lot of people love this little steer. So stinking cute. Can't wait to color him. So have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy this warm weather that we're having. Hopefully, it sounds like it's going to be stinking hot next week. That's what it looked like. And I don't know about you, but our front yard is as brown as it can be. Holy moly, is it dark. I've never seen it so bad. At this early especially, it's just crispy. And we're not supposed to get rain for another couple more days, and it sounds like it might be just kind of sporadic stuff. I don't know. I'm hoping that we can get some rain that will green up things a little bit, but I know we need quite a bit. So hopefully it's not bad in your area. So have a good night. Carol, thank you so much for popping on. I'm just so pleased. I'm hoping things went well for you. And I will talk to you on Sunday night. Thanks again for popping on, everybody. And happy stamping. Bye-bye.